We got the vibe, fun and friendly all the time. Draft and play and feel the rise. Magic moments in our eyes.
Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic here, back doing my second Edge of Eternities draft, this time best of 3. Still a lot to learn about this format, but let's see if we dive right into it and can figure things out. Alright, draft has fired. Let's see what we got here. We have a Mythic, 8-drop, 0/0, Ward 3, Devour Land 3. When this creature enters, look at the top X cards of our library. X is this creature's power. Put any number of land cards from among them onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. So I devour. For each land I devour, it gets +3/+3. So I devour 3 lands. I could look at top 3 and put any number of land cards from among them onto the battlefield. This doesn't seem that busted to me. Am I missing something? Yeah. I mean, it can be an 8 mana, like 9/9 Ward 3. That's only okay. That ramps some lands. It turns on landfall. To be honest, I'm really not feeling that. What else do we have? 1-drop 2/2 reach. That's pretty good. When this creature dies, each player creates a lander token. So it does help your opponent, but it helps you too, which is pretty nuts for a 1-drop. That's a decent beater. I could see taking the cheap thing. Gene Pollinator, which is a ramp fixer. Am I missing a removal spell here that I want? Oh, that's pretty good, but it's 7 mana. I'm just going to take the 1-drop with pretty good upside. 1-drop 2/2. I mean, granted, like I said, it affects your opponent too, but like this, power, toughness each equal number of lands you control, this is 3 mana cheaper than that Mythic. Granted, it doesn't let you look at top X and, you know, put lands in or whatever, but this seems pretty good to me. Otherwise, Diplomatic Relations is some instant speed removal. I could just take the removal over this. This is an uncommon though, but I mean, this card is pretty strong because it's got ward as well. It doesn't have trample or anything though, but you can't have everything. It's a removal spell, but I'd rather take the relations over it. This is a removal spell with Convoke. That's pretty good actually. It is a sorcery though. That makes it quite a bit worse. I should take the removal that's on color with my first pick and probably feel pretty good about it. I like this melded Moxite too, but I'll take the relations for now and see how we feel about it. All right, Godmoss, 7-drop, 6/6 trample. When it enters, create a lander token. Whenever land you control enters, creatures you control get +1/+1 gain vigilance and haste until return. Wow. See, I like this more than the Mythic too. I'm confused. Why was that card Mythic? I must be missing something. That card has to be like really good, and I'm not seeing what's insane about it. But I think we're just gonna. This is 7 whole mana. That is a lot, but that is really good. Land is like team buff. If we ended up red-green landfall for that, I could see that being really good. Otherwise, this just deals damage to an opponent or exile artifacts. That's not bad. Seed Ship Broodtinder's on color technically, but we'd have to play black. Mill 3, and you get a creature or spacecraft back. So it kind of resurrects. That's pretty nice too. The Tenderfoot's not bad. I'm going to take the Godmaw. I like it. Just go ahead and cut green for now. So this is a 2-drop. Put a counter on something. Reach, trample, indestructible until in turn. Untap it. That's nice. That is nice. It's a good combat trick. It's protection from removal. It's a buff. It's surprise blocks. It's got a lot going on. So this is a counter spell. Beginning rates of a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn, or spell is warped this turn, attach this equipment to target creature you control. Okay, so clunky to equip unless something died or left the battlefield, I should say, or was warped. That's pretty good. Flying haste, spacecraft. I did like this whale when I played it. This is like a 7-drop kill spell. I could see this being good with lander actually, but I'm gonna take the cheap combat trick for now. Okay, the Broodguard Elite enters X +1/+1 counters on it. When this creature leaves the battlefield, put its counters on target creature you control and you can warp it. That's pretty sweet. I like that. That's a good uncommon. Especially with the warp. Get like almost, this just has a lot of value in it. Attached target creature you control, +2/+1 and has reach. So it's really expensive to equip, but it automatically attaches when it comes in, which is actually kind of nice if you have a low curve. Played the reroute systems before. Sack an artifact or land draw, that's not bad. Let's just take the elite. It definitely feels like the correct pick for us. So now we have a 2-drop 2/3. Whenever land you control enters, gain a life. So that's good against aggro. This is a removal spell for a lot of stuff in the format. There's a lot of artifact-y stuff in all the colors. Rare, 2-drop 2/2 artifacts. So this actually is a fun, this looks like a really fun card to play, but I don't know if I'm on board with double splashing for it. It's possible, but I could just take the uncommon. 2-drop 2/3 with landfall upside is pretty nice. Like I said, I could see taking the removal here too, but we're looking like we have a pretty decent little beatdown deck right now. Predator, 6-drop, costs 2 less to cast if your opponents control 3 or more creatures, and it's got reach. So you could end up paying 4 mana for a 5/7 reach if they have 3 creatures or more. You could play the Germinating Worm. It gains life if you warp it, or it can be pretty efficient 5/5 gain 2. This lets you net some cards. That's actually cool too. I'm gonna take the Predator. I feel like you could often get that as a 4 mana 5/7 reach, which seems pretty good. Another uncommon. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, another target creature you control gets +X/+X, where X is this creature's power. I mean, if you can buff it, it's pretty good. This is probably for green-white counters. Could just take the Bombard, or it could take the Ramp. The Ramp kind of makes sense. We're pretty clunky, but this is pretty premium removal. I think I'm going to go for the Ramp. Could be wrong, but we just got a lot I want to ramp into right now. And just hard ramp in red is kind of crazy. Remnant Elemental. I mean, if I am playing red, then I'm going to want some landfall. And this blocks well and attacks well later. Another Remnant Elemental. It is an uncommon after all. So I've seen some late black stuff. Okay. You can warp that out. That's cool. Little combat trick. Okay. All right. Seen some red. So combat trick. Probably just take the Tenderfoot here. This exiling all artifacts is a good sideboard plan. We are playing best of 3, but this Tenderfoot actually seems pretty good. It's cheap and uses mana decently well. Oh, that's nice. So it gets bigger if you have... This is good with our beatdown plan, I think. And got the gear that we don't really need, but that's okay. So planet, rare. Okay. Not what we're going for, but cool nonetheless. This, like, once again, is more for the... I feel like the white-green is... I mean, we do have some counter stuff. This puts it on this creature. The gear is actually really good with the might. Wow, that is good. So with buff spells, the might's actually really good. I could see that. This gets bigger if you pay when you play artifacts. We do have 3. Could try out the might. Not the most exciting first pick, but I'll try it. I feel like we have a lot of top end. I mean, we have just a good curve right now. All right, now I can take the Bombard and probably feel happy about it. Okay, so you basically have to use the lander token right away or you don't get any value out of it. You get robots tapped and attacking. Okay, it's not bad. Probably just take a Bombard here and be happy about it. Plasma Bolt, 2 damage to any target, 3 damage if a non-land permanent left the battlefield. I mean, that's great. Potential Lightning Bolt. Otherwise, we have Sky Stinger, Reach, gets huge, Wind Block, and a Flyer. Put a counter on a creature, each creature control. This is a great card too. And it's got Warp, that's really nice. But I'm going to take the Plasma Bolt because that's just good, cheap removal that can hit face. That's common as well. Wow. All right, could take another Mechan. I'm cool with it. Get more ramp. Another Broodguard Elite would be nice too, though. Especially with the might, I could see that. But yeah, I mean... Oh, did I not take the first Bodyguard Elite? I forgot what I took over it now. So I could take another Mechan. Wait, Grey Lander. Each creature you control enters with... Oh, wow. That's pretty sweet. I think we got to take this. You get a Lander token, and then... So it fuels all the future creatures coming into. All right, I think we got to take that. Thawbringer. So 3-drop 4/2. Enters or dies, you surveil. Or a Nebula Dragon. We could take the Thawbringer, I think. Another Fairly efficient beater, makes your card quality better. Differently named lands. Well, we're not going to have too many. I can take Kill Ship. We have multiple ramp cards, right? I guess we have some lander stuff. I mean, you can turn this into a 7/7 flying beater too. So it's a 7-drop removal that turns into a win con. That's actually not that bad. A little clunky, but 10 damage to something kills a lot of things. So we could take the Seed Ship, put creatures from your hand onto the battlefield. So we have like a Godmaw we could put out there, a Predator. This gives Death Touch. I mean, we probably just take it. It's pretty cheap to station it. All right. So this stations spacecrafts well. It's not the most exciting card. Or I could take another combat trick because we're probably a little removal light. And I probably have more than enough creatures. I guess we only have 12. I mean, the companion's not insane. It does kind of help prevent like a decking out, but I think I will take the combat trick just in case. I mean, we're beating down pretty effectively, so I think that makes sense. How many artifacts do I have? 5. I don't think the pangolin. I mean, we could find more, and lander tokens work with it too. That's true. Maybe I could give the pangolin a try, but we'll at least take wings now for one sideboard option here. Or I could take another gear. I can take the Harrier. This spits out robots. It's a cheap beater. We already have a gear, and I don't know if we're gonna play it, so. Take the Sky Stinger, I'll just cut it. Yeah, that's cool. Another Shattered Wings or another gear. We'll take another wings, I think. There's certainly matches where sideboarding into that's going to be really good. Squire's Lightblade that we don't need. All right, another bioengineered future. I mean, it's cool. It's pretty awesome. Otherwise, Greenhouse, Flying Trample. Oh, buffs all your creatures? That's kind of nice. Stations for 8, though. Landseeker makes the lander token, but you gotta sack it right away. Another chance to get the Germinating Worm. I'll take that bioengineered futures. I think it's good. Okay, Pollinators, Ramper, Full Bore. Oh, that's cool. With Warp? Wow. Oh, that's a cool card too. We're just not self-milling, so I feel like we can't fully capitalize on that. So I could take the Pollinators, Ramp Fixer, but you have to tap another permanent for that, so I don't love it. This seems pretty good to me. We do have some warp, right? I don't know how much warp I have, but +2, giving trample and haste as well. I'm going to take the Full Bore. Artifact Enchantment. If its mana value is 2 or less, create a lander token. Not bad. This is a cool card. I do like this with the +1/+1 counters because we have some fatties that don't have. And it's got warp too, but we have some fatties that don't have trample. So this is just really nice for that. Sky Stinger, we saw that before. Could take another Seed Ship Impact. This is a really good card actually with warp. I think Litho Breaking is pretty good. It does kill a lot of our things, but you don't have to sack it, and it kind of ramps, so can be good in certain situations, definitely. Could take the Pollinator now. This increases card quality. Yeah, another chance to get that. Maybe we'll just take the Pollinator for more ramping and fixing and stuff. Try it out. I do like that Moxite, though. Huh. I mean, did I end up with enough fatties? Maybe. Not 100% sure. Okay. I mean, it's got reach too. Another gear I could take. Could splash vote out. It's not worth it. We'll just take the Skyward. And I think we have enough ramp to play all these expensive things now. Or did I get it? I mean, we have the lander tokens plus the... Yeah, I think we probably can. We didn't get that many lander tokens though, so I don't know if like these remnant elementals are gonna fully pan out. Could take another expensive thing though. Did we get enough warp? We don't have that much warp, I think. Could just take a Nebula Dragon. It's probably... I mean, this also just gives things +1/+1 on haste. Maybe I'd try it. I mean, we have fatties I wouldn't mind giving haste to. Okay, 4 mana, 4/4 trample. That's not bad. Another gear. I mean, this is just too tough to capitalize on the land token, the lander token, but I already have a gear that I'm not playing. I don't think I'm doing the might. All right, we got a pangolin. How many artifacts do we have? Oh, we have 8, so it's possible. Another land seeker. Another turbo drone. Yeah. Interesting. I mean, these War Ragers are good if we can curve out quickly enough. I think it's possible. The problem is, are we trying to be beat down or trying to be a late game deck? And I think we're trying to be a late game deck. So I want to get rid of stuff like, because we don't have enough lander tokens to really capitalize on that. But, I mean, it does block early, but if you're not playing against, I mean, we can sideboard into it if we're playing against aggro. We want to keep that for the ramp. We'll probably get rid of the gear. I think we're getting rid of the might, too. It does work well with the elite. Wait, it's just this creature. Well, it does sort of work with that creature, too. I don't think we're doing the Harrier. I don't think we're doing the Pangolin. Yeah, we just need to make cuts, and they should probably be... This gives counters too. I could see maybe playing the might. The might is cool. Let's separate out and kind of take a look at our removal versus creature versus non-creature here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're probably going to have to cut 3 non. We can probably cut the Shattered Wings for sideboard. And yeah, this ramps too. Not super effectively, but it can be good. Maybe cut the rig for war. Unless I'd rather have the full bore. This gives first strike and reach, which is nice. Because we have kill ship as removal too. I guess kill ship, the spacecraft technically aren't creatures either. But the siege ship now can put out, is it spacecraft too? Just a creature. So basically just a Godmaw, a Predator, a Sky Warden. We don't have anything like busted that it can really get out, I feel like. So I could cut the siege ship. It doesn't seem like we need it. And then we can cut 5 creatures. 6, 7, 8, 9. What are our weakest creatures? I mean, the War Ragers, I feel like we probably don't need War Ragers. I want to try out the Turbo Drones, I think, with our big fat fatties. This has Menace, which is actually kind of sweet. Like, that's pretty good with Turbo Drone. Turn 4, attacking for 5 Menace is pretty slick, actually. Even if you don't take advantage of the Lander token, it's still pretty good. I still like the Fate Maker. I think we have enough early game, too. Like, even Might into Fate Maker's warp is not bad. I wish we'd gotten more warp. The Elite is pretty sweet with the Turbo Drone, too, though. Gives Vigilance and Haste with Landfall. It's really nice. So we have to cut 5 creatures. What are our weakest creatures? It's probably the War Ragers. We probably don't need a Sky Stinger. Could see maybe cutting the Thawbringer, but we don't have much for card quality increasers. I could see us getting... I could see us definitely having some problems with like flooding out. So Thawbringer kind of helps for that, but I mean, the future is sweet too. Bioengineered future. I think this card is good because it makes its own lander token. That is nice. Have to cut some more creatures. Yeah, I want to keep the Skywarden because this thing kind of just grows. I could see maybe cutting the Land Seekers. This has built-in trample. I don't know which one of these I like more. This gives the landfall, which is nice, and it triggers non-land permanent leaves, so it does trigger that. We don't have that much lander token value. It does have trample on it, though, which is nice. Huh. I want to keep our early game. Definitely want to keep all of our late game, because with lander tokens, I mean, those are a little slow, but I think we're keeping busy enough early where we're okay. I could get off the might plan and just... This is a little too aggro for our late game, so we probably just don't need it. That ramps. Definitely like the Edge Rover still, because I feel like the lander token typically is going to be more valuable for us than them, and it's a 1-drop 2/2, which is nice. Tenderfoot's a good mana sink. I kind of want to keep a mana sink. And we can cut at least one more creature. So maybe it's... do I want to keep the double turbo drone? I kind of do. I want to try it out. So I could cut the Land Seeker, but I like the way that beats down. Maybe we can cut the... Litho Breaking could be good for us too. It does kill some of our guys, but... It also is just situationally good to have that effect, I feel like. Especially since lander tokens are so good for us in general, I think. So rig for war versus full bore. Full bore is cheaper. We just don't have the warp to support it. And this gives first strike. It's also more expensive. I mean, it's good with Elite. It's going to be good with Fate Maker. It's a tough one. Probably cut the rig and try out additional warp value. So we can keep everything else and then maybe cut 2 creatures. Since this doesn't count as a creature, I see a little bit of the dilemma there, but that's okay. Huh. Engineered Future is actually kind of sweet with Pollinator because you can tap the enchantment to ramp, which is nice. So I could cut the full bore as well, and then that still leaves me Plasma Bolt, Burst, Bombard, Breaking, Relations, and Kill Ship. That's plenty of removal. And then I just have to cut 1 creature and call it good. So I could cut the Land Seeker and probably call it good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know this format well enough yet, so I don't know how well this is going to perform, but I think I agree with the extra green because most of our early game is green. Overall, I mean, we have removal, we have a late game, we have ramp, so, I mean, the plan's there. The problem is we really aren't capitalizing on landfall, which is like the primary focus of this color scheme, so I think we might run into some issues because of that, but this is what we got. So we are going to run it like this, see what we can do with it. And we'll see you in round 1. Okay, round 1, we're going to mull this. Way too slow, and our mana doesn't help us with any of the cards in our hand. This one we're going to keep. And we'll probably ditch a... probably the Burst. Because at least we want a creature to play here. Alright. Alright, good draw there. So we can do the Elite. It's nice. Let's kill that. I mean, that draws cards, so, and they're tapped out. It just feels like a good opportunity to do it. And then next turn I can play the Land Seeker and set up for an Elite. I mean, that Infiltrator is good, so. Oh, really? All right. Well, so I can warp and do 3, but I'm going to play Land Seeker. Oh, it's the instep on your next turn? Wow, Landseeker's way better than I thought it was. That's really nice. All right, the Mechan's sweet. That's gonna get us quite a bit closer here. So we'll sack this before we have to. Wait, if this isn't out, do we still have to? I think we still sacrifice this because it's like temporary looking. So I think the play is just sack now because it gets us closer to Godmaw. And we can get another red, I guess. And then we'll do the Mechan. And pass. And that way we can set up for Godmaw next turn. And Elite play a land, hopefully, and give it haste, which would be pretty sweet. Okay, that's not the end of the world. So, I feel like we probably want to, yeah, we want to go Mechan, Edge Rover, and pass, and then I can go Godmaw next turn, land, attack for a bunch. Vigilance and haste. It's very nice. I feel like if they leave a bunch of open mana, it's not great for me either, because they're in counterspell colors. My artifact enchantment removal is looking pretty stellar against them. I kind of like this rammer, though. It makes its own body, and flying first strike 3/4 is certainly not bad. They're burning through timeouts now, which is a little confusing. I mean, I don't know if that means their internet went out or if they're really actually having a hard time deciding. Okay. Did they warp it too? Okay. I'm gonna play my dude. They could have the last card be a counterspell. At least I still have the elite plan. So I'm not gonna play around counterspell. Oh, that's a cool one. Good. Now I feel way better about it. All right. Ah, force 3 spells. We'll take it. So now the play is Godmaw, land. Good for 10 here. Vigilance. Next turn we can do elite and play land plus burn lander token. That's a lot. Is this get trample? Just haste and vigilance. Okay. So the elite's going to be pretty stellar here too. This doesn't have trample. Oh, it does have trample. Yeah. Maybe I should. Did I only see one of these? This card's insane. This card is really good. So they can do Freighter. Yeah. And then the Sentinel and untap the Freighter. Is this 7? No, it's 9. So that's okay. So then they can do the Hound and get in for 7 flying. But I feel like I'm still kind of racing well here. No attacks. Well, that's not what I expected. So let's do it's when it leaves. Jeez. So they can double block my Godma. I see the problem there. Do I want to put all my eggs in the Godma basket? That was another question. Or does it make more sense to put it on the Rover so I can block their flyers if they deal with the Godma? I mean, I feel like our late game plan is pretty solid right now, but Elite giving trample to Godma is really good too. The problem is too, this only becomes a, no, that's not true. It becomes a 7/7. All right. Oh wait, no, it does because I'm warping here. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we do this. We'll go land. Yeah, this is a tough one. So they could block the Freighter on the Mechanic. The Mechan. Kind of want to keep the Mechan alive. Do I just slam with God? If I smash with Godma and Elite, they double block the Godma and maybe just chump the Elite. I have to kill the Freighter. I don't love that. I'm just going to attack with Elite here. Oh, I could have done another one with the Mechan, huh? I didn't think about that. Oh, wait. I could have... Yeah, I should have attacked with Godmod. Well, this is actually okay. I should have attacked with more. Oh, this is definitely good if they do this, because then I can crack the... So they're just locking for 6. What am I missing here? I see. And then I'll crack the lander token here. One card left. I'm going to put it on the Trampler. It could be wrong. It's kind of going all eggs in one basket, but the problem is I want it to be the trample dude, so... Ooh. They only have one land left, though, so that puts them in a trickier spot, too. All right. I was going to block the Edge Rover, so it worked out. I mean, they are just a deck full of stuff I want to blow up, I think. A lot of artifacts in here. And enchantments, so... This Starwinder is so good. It's May draw too. It's so nice. All right, let's do the Shattered Wings. Bombard deals 4. So that, I mean, it deals with some things. Yeah. Problem is I definitely like the Landseeker more than the Crasher now. That's nice. I like that Landseeker. I want my reach. I don't have that much reach. Maybe I could do Sky Stinger now. But this has first strike, so that doesn't work so well. It does block the freighter okay. It's probably not worth it. I have to make 2 cuts. I still kind of want to keep the spacecraft. Obviously, the Godmaw was incredible. Let's cut Litho Breaking. I mean, it does kill some of their things, but we can cut it, I feel like. And then maybe the Burst, but giving Reach is nice too. This is a sorcery too, but it's got Surveil on it. It should probably be a non-creature card. So it's like Burst versus Bombard. Did they show us any removal? They didn't show us that much removal. Could see maybe cutting the Bombard. That's a tough one. I'm going to cut the Bombard. It might be wrong. But I think the Shattered Wings is going to be more versatile for us. It's like a removal spell. Granted, a little more clunky, but... definitely a keep. Really nice. A little bit on the slow side, but not a big deal. So we get to do turn 3 Thawbringer into potentially turn 4 Predator if they drop enough creatures. And we can kill flyers with that too, with our sideboard plan, so that worked out. Dumping the freighter, which is unexpected. Great draw there. Don't even mind that it's 1 turn later than I want. It's totally fine. Hound. Okay. I'm willing to trade. Well, they warped? Okay. That makes sense. I mean, you get more value out of it if you warp. So we'll probably just play a Thawbringer and get in for 2. And then the Landseeker next turn. Oh, we're keeping that for sure. Keep our removal. Very nice. Even if you pay full cost for a Predator, it's not so bad. I feel like the chances of us playing a Landseeker next turn are quite high. Like, I'm willing to trade off Thawbringer for a lot of things. Maybe the Hound still, because I get a Surveil off of it. But could also just trade the Edge Rover for it. That's not bad, actually. Maybe I'm willing to do that. Let's trade off Edge Rover, and then we'll play a Landseeker. Or they could take 2. I'm fine with that as well. So they could play the Whale. We blow it up. We even get to Lander token plus Shattered Wings, so that's nice too. Let's kill this little feller. Don't need any more lands. We'll go land and crack the fleeting Lander token to get another mountain. And we'll bash for 8. And next turn we can do the Predator. Oh, that's cool. We're going to play the Predator, so we'll get in for 4 here. So dealing 3 damage. We'll do the burst. And I can play the elite here. It's just a good use of the warp, I think. Can only block creatures with flying, though. So that's fine. Can play the Predator at a reduced cost now, too. So we'll just bash with Thawbringer. And go Predator plus Elite. I can wait on the Elite, too. But I'm not sure if I... Yeah, we probably wait on Elite, I guess. I'm going to play land. We don't have any landfall out we need right now. Predator is lethal. I can crack my lander token. To deck thin and make Elite bigger. So it's going to be like a 7/7, which is pretty beefy. Creature enchantment from your graveyard to the battlefield. Ooh, that's pretty nice. So they get the Specimen Freighter, or are they going to get the Whale? Any creature enchantment from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's a great uncommon. Equal to your life total. That's pretty good. And in limited, I mean, not for them right now, obviously, which is why they milled it. But turn 4, if you have like 20 life, 20 card mill in limited that's a big deal. We're gonna deck thin and get another mountain. We're gonna smash with both. Fine draw there too. They can't really get us here that well. Yeah. We're just gonna play a big Elite 7/7. Especially since it can still attack into the Whale here too. So they only have 1 blocker right now. Okay, so they have 3 lands. They're drawing 3 cards. They surveilled 1. They have Banishing Light mana, but they only have 1 blocker. Oh, that's nice. We don't have the land for it, but it's really nasty. So we'll get in there. 3 lethal creatures. So even if they have removal for 1, they are in some trouble here. Oh, they do gain life. Okay. And keep that. They go to 1. All right. We'll play Godmaw plus Pollinator. Oh, I could have cracked that and given it haste, huh? I didn't even think about that. Whoops. I forgot that it makes a... Why does it make a lander token too? Wow, this Godmaw card is incredible. Did I pass one? I really hope I didn't. All right, we'll see you for round 2. Okay, well, we're going to keep this. I guess we can do... For each land that enters the battlefield and you control this turn. Okay, nice. Yeah, the turbo drone's cool with the elite on warp. I like that. Do I do the engineered future first, or do I do the turbo? Probably the turbo drone first. Oh, that's cool. So, yeah, I do turbo drone into elite warp. Oh, wow. That's a 3-drop? Oh, it warped. I see. That makes more sense. I can do the Tenderfoot. Do a 2-drop to block. Another option is to do the... Let's see. Because I'm only going to have 3 lands this turn. Huh. This makes a lander token too. I'm wondering if I can still race here. Alright, let's do turbo drone. Whenever one or more creatures you control do a combination player, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Well, I don't want that. And then, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or spell was warped this turn, create a robot. Wow, that card's incredible. Well, I'm gonna deal with that threat right now. Play a land. And pass. Guess we have litho breaking at worst. If they play some X2s. It's a little tricky too. It's just a 3. Well, it's a 4/3. This has flying. Let's do the Fate Maker here to block the robot on the ground. Pretty severely beat up here. So I can't kill the Stalker. I could do the litho breaking, but it just kills 1 robot. Doesn't really change the clock. Do the Tenderfoot. I guess. Yeah, it's a tough one. Got a grip full of cards I can't play. Well, Engineered Future's feeling kind of clunky now. Guess I'll just play the Tenderfoot. I kind of don't want them to know about litho breaking now. So I can play the Sky Warden, but they still have lethal. So I need to, well, I can't kill enough things with that. I can play this, but I can block the 3 power. We still take 5. All right, they got us. Well, we got really manhandled there. Let me think about what I'm going to do. I can kill flyers. I can kill artifacts. But is Shattered Wing good enough? It's really not looking that great. Like, basically, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. But I'm also really not feeling the Bioengineered Future. This feels too slow now. Against this, I mean, against that deck, we just got manhandled. What would I rather do? We don't have that many options here. Could play the Reach. Yeah, the blocks all their 3 power things nicely. It doesn't block that very nicely, though. I could still do it. It buys some time. They're trying to aggro us out, so I feel like it's good to... But it's not that great either. Just a 0/4 Reach. I'm not really feeling that, especially on the play. I mean, we have removal. Huh. Yeah. Could do another land seeker. It's a little slow. How many artifacts do I have? 6 plus lander tokens. I could try the pangolin. It's a cheap creature that can grow, so give me some late game viability. Yeah, I guess. Don't love it. Two red mana. I'm going to keep it because we have 2 removal spells, but I mean, at least it deals with their rare. They show us that rare again. I think I'm just going to ice that. So I'm not doing anything else. All right. Good draw there. So let's get out our... Oh, well, no, this is fine. All right. So I can bombard that. It's just kind of nice. So, best use of mana. Let's just pass. I think they know it's coming. I wish I could have played a land there because now they probably aren't going to attack, but no. I guess if they're still attacking, that's cool. Pretty good punishment there, to be perfectly honest. All right. So, probably just jam a land seeker. And next turn we can go Terrabotanist, plus Lander token, plus keep up Biosynthetic Burst for some decent removal. It's attacking too, wow. Unexpected. Yeah, that's nice. So let's go Terrabotanist, land, might as well. They have open mana. I don't really want to make this trade. I would rather kill this. So do I do the burst? So I'm trampling in for 4 right now, so they're going to take 8. Yeah, I think we got to go for it. All right, worked out. It's a good card. Played that last time. Ooh, they got rid of our Predator too. We're still in pretty good shape though. Look at our landfall. They're at 6. So let's say I attack with the Terrabotanist. They block the 3/4 there, double block the Crasher. Take. So they have to block this. And they can't just chump it. Which means they probably double block it. So if I attack like this, a double block with Lightsmith plus Beetle and then eat the Terrabotanist and take 4 and go to 2. I don't care about the Terrabotanist anymore, so I think that's alright. Yeah, they kind of have to block like that. So we'll kill the Lightsmith pretty clearly. They need to play a couple blockers here where the Menace is going to get them. Alright. So we'll sandbag land and pass. It's a good card. Attacking? That doesn't make sense unless you have a good follow-up. Nice one. All right, well, we got annihilated this draft. Thought for a second there we were looking okay, but their card quality is just so much substantially better than ours that we just didn't have a chance. All right, see you for the next one. It's a little bit on the slow side, but I'm going to keep it. We'll risk it. If we rip a green mana, we're looking decent. I suppose if we don't, we're not looking great, but am I going to possibly cut the bioengineered future again? Probably. Well, now we're now we're doing turbo drone, I guess. So next turn I can do pollinator plus turbo drone. Not bad. So 3/4 vigilance. Each creature you control with toughness greater than its power, science combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. Each creature you control with toughness greater than its power stations permanents using its toughness rather than its power. Good card. So we'll go turbo drone plus pollinator. Take 4. It's a cool one. So do the Sky Warden. We will. For 6 here. This is an artifact too, so that's nice. So 2020 flyer, huh? Sure. Engineered future. So not looking so hot right now. Let's do the Tenderfoot. And I'm getting for 5. And then we'll do Tenderfoot Pump. Okay. It's kind of cool. Hmm. Nice. All right, we'll go to the next one. Get rid of the bioengineered future again. They were really not good. We'll do, I don't know why I thought they would be good, but they've certainly not been good for us so far. Maybe for the right deck. I still like the Landseeker, but I wanted to bring in probably the Shattered Wings. It kills Dawnspire, kills Tapestry Warden. I assume it's going to kill some other things. I like the combat tricks that protect me from Bombard, so I could do Full Bore. It's 1 mana to protect against their 3 mana spell. It's actually not bad. But what am I dumping for that? Probably Litho Breaking didn't look that great. It might still be pretty good, but I'm gonna dump it and bring in maybe Full Bore. Do I want to be more aggressive? Yeah, they have clunky removal. I kind of feel like I want to be more the beats, but honestly, I know it's a little clunky, but I think this is okay. All right, we'll run it back. Play first. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, we don't really get going fast, but we've got the answer for a lot of things, so that's good. Like if we play Thawbringer and they bombard it, we get to Surveil 2 and take a removal spell. That's also not bad. That's a good one. So we'll go Thawbringer into Landseeker into Landseeker. I don't mind that so much either. Don't need that. So we'll Surveil. It's fine. Keep it. It's another dude we can keep. So I think we actually do the Crasher. And the reason we do the Crasher is the Landseekers are going to be better if we have extra lands, because then we can actually use the Lander token and play more Landseekers. So we'll make them use their Bombards, get those out of the way. And the Landseekers are just better when you have an Ice Cave Crasher out. So, all right, they use their first Bombard. So now we can go Landseeker. And pass. I don't know why they didn't use it at the end of their turn. That was a bit strange. Oh, that makes more sense. All right. I mean, I'm glad I have all these big fat fatties, that's for sure. Let's go smash. Let's sets us down a little bit speed-wise, but I think we're okay doing this. So get our land, play our Tenderfoot, and pass. Oh, that's nice. So, can't blow it up. 1 card left. So we can elite here and pump 5 times. They have the mana to pump the trooper, though. See the dilemma. No trample, though, right? Okay. Huh. Could blow up the mecha. I don't love that either. Let's do Land Seeker. Yeah, that's. I see the dilemma. Let's just do the. Let's do the elite. It's not as exciting as I would like, but. Like they can pay their 7. They can take a turn off to trade our trooper for their for our tenderfoot, but I'm kind of okay with that. Yeah, in fact, they don't even want to do it, which is also fine by me. So we can play elite, or we can just go Landseeker plus Terrabotanist. I kind of like that. And then we'll pass. Not in a rush. They're in top deck mode at least, which is helpful. I don't want to use Shattered Wings on a Mechan though. I probably just trade my Tenderfoot for a Trooper if they pump. Because I've got the Elite, I've got the Landseeker. I think it's probably fine. So we'll double block like this. They can bombard or whatever. Yeah. So we get a 2 for 2 that I'm not even a 2. Yeah, 2 for 2 I'm fine with. We have relations now, which is sweet. So yeah, this is actually really nasty. I can attack with Landseeker. They probably don't block because they suspect something coming. But it's still fine. I'm gonna play the Rover. And I can crack. Oops, I was supposed to crack it. Whoops, I forgot that was my temporary lander token. I was supposed to crack that. Pangolin, kind of irrelevant. Turbo Drone, sweet. So let's I see. They can double block Landseeker and kill it. Huh. Yeah, it's a little less good. I could Shattered Wings since they're in top deck mode. All right. I think we do it. Maybe I was supposed to... Yeah. Maybe I was supposed to kill the Mechan. Could see that. Fate Maker, it's sweet. So let's do... Huh. Still double block? I don't think it matters. Kill the Mechan, I guess, or... Yeah, I don't even know if that's good for them here. We'll put it on him. All right. So we got game 2. Lot of removal, but I really like the full board plan, to be honest. Just buffing 2 extra toughness there is kind of a big deal, I feel like. But what do I get rid of for that? I don't know. I mean, I can see diplomatic relations being a bit of a liability. Biosynthetic burst is fantastic. Protection against them. Pinnacle kill ship. I mean, it's kind of clunky. I feel like I probably have enough late game, and my mid game is better. Do I want the double Shattered Wings too? I mean, it does kill quite a few other things. But do I need double? Probably, because one of the things we lose against is, I guess, the... yeah. The spacecraft we saw. Man, I'm kind of struggling with this. I guess I could cut a creature. What's my weakest creature? Maybe a turbo drone. It's kind of whatever. It's cool, but we don't need it. We don't need double. We don't have that much warp to take advantage of it. I mean, even without the warp, it's cool that you can just buff something and give it haste, but it's a little bit clunky. I'd rather just have some bombard protection. This hand is unfortunate because it's like a land away from being able to keep it, but I think we probably need them all. So this one's tough. Do I ditch the Land Seeker? Probably. I don't love it, but we don't have a red mana. I like the Land Seeker, but... Alright. Alright, that's not a bad draw. It's just unfortunate because they have a lot of removal in there, but gotta keep it. Alright. Man, this really feels like one we really shouldn't lose this. I feel like ultimately our deck is better than our opponents, but this is definitely the path to losing. But good lesson to be learned from this draft. The 3-drop enchantment was terrible, so good lesson there. Maybe it's good in some decks. This wasn't the right deck for it, though. So now we're just going to get... Yeah. Now we're just going to get removaled out. That's too bad. Yeah. Getting removaled out when by 3-drop removals is really not ideal. Man, getting beat down by 1/1s or 1/2s is really not cool. That is not cool. All right, let's do... Yeah, I have to play the Crasher. The reason I have to play the Crasher is if I play the Mechan, I'm not. They still just get in with Pangolin, so I kind of have to hope they don't have the Bombard that they have, or the Orbital Plunge. Man, this is so painful. Losing against it this way, getting beat down by 1/2s. This is outrageous. I need the land, but I can actually play that, so it's okay. I mean, our deck wasn't that good, but this is still a match we should have won. Really hope they're not slow rolling removal, because that would be really upsetting. Well, at least they weren't slow rolling removal. That's good. All right, we got annihilated. That was disappointing game 3. I really felt good post sideboard winning that match. So tough one, but what are you gonna do? Let's do some pack one, pick ones here. I think I got some free packs for playing Arena or whatever it is. All right, Anti-Causal Vestige, 6 mana, 7/5. When it leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Then you may put a permanent card. New cards are so confusing. There's so many words. When this creature leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Then you may put a permanent card with mana value less than or equal to the number of lands you control from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Okay, and it's got Warp. So you play it for 4, it leaves, you draw, and then you just get a free card from your hand, presumably, and you've netted a card. It's really good. And then you get to do it again when you play this as a 7/5. Seems like a first pick worth taking, especially as a 6-drop. Otherwise, the Infiltrator is very good. And I guess Embrace Oblivion is pretty decent removal too. All right, Moonlit Meditation. Enchant creature, artifact, or creature you control. First time you would create 1 or more tokens each turn. You may instead create that many tokens that are copies of enchanted permanent. So you're enchanting something. First time you... Okay, but this is kind of a weird build around. You need to be able to make tokens. It works well with like lander tokens and stuff, but this is so clunky, it's probably not worth it. Close encounter, choose creature control, warp creature, deals damage equal to the power of the chosen creature or card to target creature. Okay, that's cool. Great. That's especially since you can target the warp creatures you own in exile. It's like hard green removal almost at that point. Molecular modifier, 3-drop 2/2. Target creature control that's a nice one. This is typically good and limited as like a nice little beatdown assister. And the Mechan is good. And Depressurize is kind of weird. I haven't seen this before. That's nice. It's kind of a cool card, actually. This can deal with a lot of things, potentially. Like actual, you know, good, uncommon, rare cards, even. So I like that as removal, but I'd probably take the... Did I take the close encounter? Is Depressurize better? Depressurize could be better. And this deals with a lot of weird things. So I could see that being worth it. This is an uncommon, this is a common though, so maybe they're trying to tell me this is better, but... No, I'd try out probably Depressurize. Windswept Bastion, so it's planet. Create a token's copy of target artifact enchantment you control, except it's legendary. Activate only as sorcery. All right. I mean, it's cool that it's like a land with an extra ability on it. But Euro Social, this is cool too. Get some robots. Get some stuff back to your hand. I don't know how good. This seems pretty good, especially with lander tokens. You just make a bunch of robots. And you can warp it out on turn 3 and then play a land to get a robot right away. That's not bad either. It's not busted, but, you know, it's a plan. It's kind of cool. Or otherwise I could just, you know, take a... It's a free card that can potentially be good. I mean, creating tokens that are copies of your stuff is pretty sweet. Maybe you take the land there. There's nothing that's screaming at me, and land with pretty decent ability if you can station it. It's pretty nice. Rust Harvester, 1 mana, 1/1 menace. Exile an artifact card from your graveyard. Put a counter on this creature. Then it deals damage equal to its power to any target. Wow, that's a heck of a rare. I think I would take that. Yeah, all right. Well, got our butts kicked, but that's the way it goes sometimes. All right, we'll see you for the next one.